You're listening to Power 750 WAUG and online at power750.com. If you're looking for affordable health and insurance coverage, well then give Jonica Rowland of the Rowland Group a call. She's here to serve families, individuals, and small businesses. Contact her at 919-719-7211 or at 919-539-2492. Once again, contact Jonica Rowland of the Rowland Group. Welcome to another edition of the Babe Tom Herman Show, and I certainly hope that you're enjoying your early morning coffee with Babe Tom Herman, your host, Herman Thomas, on another beautiful Saturday morning. And what a week of sports it has been. Really no major surprises, but still, what a great week in sports. And as a reminder, if you need to contact Babe Tom Herman directly, feel free to do so at babetomherman@yahoo.com. You can also feel free to follow me on Twitter at Babe Tom Herman. Once again, that's on Twitter. Follow me at Babe Tom Herman. Also, if you've missed past episodes and broadcasts, you can catch up with those on my YouTube channel Babe Tom Herman. Also, please remember, although the hockey season is over for the Carolina Hurricanes as well as many other NHL teams, you can keep up with the NHL playoffs at www.nhl.com. Once again, that's nhl.com. Also, keep up with the Charlotte Bobcats. Not much to cheer for this year, but still, you can keep up with the Charlotte Bobcats at NBA.com. Once again, that's NBA.com. You can also keep up with minor league baseball at MILB.com. That's Mary Ingles, Larry Bob.com. Locally, we do have the Durham Bulls, and we strongly encourage you to support the Durham Bulls. Now, for the past couple of weeks, I've been talking about the one and dones in college basketball. I've been talking about the success and failure, how people considered Austin Rivers' tenure at Duke and Harrison Barnes' tenure at UNC success or failure. Also been talking about the NCAA in reference to how they fit into all of this and how the NBA fits into it. But this week, I'm going to talk more, in fact, about on a local front. Thank goodness CJ Leslie decided to stay at NC State. There's excitement in Wolfpack Nation. Very much a lot of excitement in Wolfpack Nation, and I credit Mark Godfrey for turning that program around. No knock on Sidney Lowe, but the expectations were high when Sidney Lowe got the program, because Herb Sendek did lead the program in pretty good winning shape. Sidney Lowe took it over. It went downhill. Now, Mark Godfrey, in his first year, got them an at-large, or rather got them a bid to the NCAA tournament this past season. So congratulations to them for this past season, like I stated in earlier broadcasts. But excitement is back in Raleigh. Everything is moving up for that basketball program. So congrats, and my hats go off to Wolfpack Nation fans and also the North Carolina State Wolfpack men's basketball team. Well, also, I'm going to be talking about Pat Summitt. I'm going to dedicate a big portion of this program this morning to Pat Summitt, the iconic Tennessee Volunteer head women's basketball coach. I will continue to talk about this and much more after this brief message from our sponsor. So please sit back and continue to enjoy your early morning coffee with Babe Tom Herman.
A natural skincare studio. Now your new neighborhood skincare studio. Professional, friendly, relaxing, personalized attention. Now offering facials, natural manicures, pedicures, and waxing. Come check us out at 711 Iredell Street, Suite 3A, Durham, North Carolina, 27707. Give us a call at 919-416-1490 or check us out on our website at www.misseajbeauty.com.
And once again, that's a natural skincare studio located on 711 Iredell Street in the beautiful city of Durham, North Carolina. So please give Eugenia Jones, the owner of that fine establishment, a call and set up your appointment. Now, prior to the break, I was talking about CJ Leslie, of course, excitement now once again in Wolfpack Nation, like the days of Norm Sloan or Norman Sloan, Jimmy Valvano. A lot of people would criticize Herb Sendek, but he did build that program up after Les Robinson. Then Sidney Lowe, Almighty had fallen once he got that program. Literally, that program sunk under Sidney Lowe. I'm sorry, it sunk. They went from Herb Sendek getting them to the Sweet 16 to Sidney getting them to NIT, and people were getting excited over that. I'm like, excited over what? Excited over losing? Because that's certainly the direction he took them. Then thank goodness that Debbie Yao made that great hire and hired Mark Gottfried. She received a lot of criticism for the hire, but I bet those that criticized that hire, two-faced as usual, patting them on the shoulder saying, hey, we knew you would do it. Stop that line. You're lying, and you're lying. And I know he's smirking saying, I know y'all jokers are lying. But, that's the spoils of winning. People are going to jump on the bandwagon. I certainly applaud them. Now, going back to C.J. Leslie returning, C.J. contemplated entering his name into the NBA draft. He decided to stay at least one more year with the Wolfpack men's basketball program. What a lineup that's going to be. I'm sorry for the bad English. I apologize sincerely. So let's rephrase that. He decided to stay at least one more season at North Carolina State. And what a lineup that's going to be, the potential lineup. You're going to have Lorenzo Brown either playing the 1 or 2 spot. You have Rodney Purvis coming in. He'll be an incoming freshman. He's going to either play 1 or 2, probably 1 because, I don't know. He's going to either play 1 or 2. I'm sick of speculating. I'm sick of people that speculating, so I'm not going to speculate. He's going to either play 1 or 2. You have Scott Wood, you have C.J. Leslie, and then you have Richard Howell. So what a lineup what a potential lineup. On paper, I would have to say that the North Carolina State Wolfpack men's basketball team will start the preseason number 1 in the ACC. That lineup alone will get them at least a preseason top 15 in the nation. Also, I stated earlier at the beginning of the program, no major surprises this week in sports. Kentucky, their whole starting lineup entered the NBA draft. We're talking about 3 freshmen, 2 sophomores. Freshman Anthony Davis, Michael Kidd Gilchrist, Teague, sophomores Terrence Jones and Deron Lamb, all declared for the NBA draft. Like I said, no surprise, it was rumored, but that was one rumor that I sort of believed from the get-go. About a mid-season, I kind of seen that these very talented group of men were developing into great players. So I wish them the best of luck. Don't look like Kentucky's going to be hurting too much. I mean, with that recruiting class they have coming in, led by Noel, they probably will get back at least to the Elite 8 or the Final 4. I mean, I hear all these people talking about, they lost their starting 5. They're not going to be all that good. I mean, that freshman class, along with NC State transfer Ryan Harrell, it's going to be a good team. It may not be as great as this national championship team that won a few weeks ago, but this team's not going to be any chopped liver. They're going to be competing for another crown. Now, enough about the Kentucky Wildcats. Let's talk about some local NBA. Like I stated, I received an email a few weeks back saying that I'm not supportive of the Charlotte Bobcats and their owner, Michael Jordan, which I have nothing against either. I wasn't a Michael Jordan fanatic coming up, but I did respect his game in college and also in the next level of NBA. I consider him probably the greatest player in in the era that I've watched basketball. I can't say that he's the greatest player of all time because certainly I wasn't back in the Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell days watching. I wasn't even born. So in defense to those guys in my era, or the era that I started watching basketball, he's the greatest that I've seen. But just because you were a great player in any profession doesn't necessarily equate to a great owner. that you're going to be a great owner. And this is the case with Michael Jordan. The Charlotte Bobcats suck. There's no other way to put it. They suck. If you would tell me to pick the Charlotte Bobcats over watching Duke or this previous season Duke, UNC, or NC State, I would have chosen the 3 college basketball teams. That's unless Kobe or LeBron was playing against them, then certainly I would go there and act like I'm not cheering for Kobe. I'm not really a LeBron James fanatic or fan, but I appreciate his game. I appreciate the ringless king's game. How can I appreciate his game and call him the ringless king? Well, great players like Kobe Bryant don't always perform well, but they perform well when they have to. That's the difference between greatness, winning a ring, and the ringless king who seems to disappear when the game is on the line. He might win the MVP of the regular season, but that doesn't equate or necessarily mean that he's going to get a ring, an NBA ring this season. And the way the Heat has been playing as of late, it's hard to tell. It's like Dr. Jekyll, the Jekyll Hyde effect. You just don't know what you're going to get from them. But certainly, if you want to keep up with the NBA, it's coming towards playoff time, go to NBA.com and just check on your favorite team. My 2 teams are the LA Lakers, West Coast, and I will always be a New York Knicks fan. Always. But until they start playing more consistent basketball, I'm staying with Kobe and the Lakers for now. My heart's torn between 2 teams, but right now, right now Kobe seems to, even, with a lot of adversity that the LA Lakers has faced or have faced this season, they're still doing pretty good. The Knicks, on the other hand, nothing good to say on that in reference to that, but they look like they're getting into the playoffs. So good things look like they might be happening for the Knicks, but then again, who knows? When I come back, I'll be talking about Pat Summitt, the iconic, legendary Pat Summitt, who retired on Thursday, officially retired from the head women's basketball coach of the Tennessee Volunteers, and my thoughts on her legendary career when I come back from this brief message. If you're looking for affordable health and insurance coverage, well then give Jonica Rowland of the Rowland Group a call. She's here to serve families, individuals, and small businesses. Contact her at 919-719-7211 or at 919-539-2492. Once again, contact Jonica Rowland of the Rowland Group. And once again, that's Jonica Rowland of the Rowland Group, spelled R-O-W-L-A-N-D. So please feel free to give her a call. And I do want to say that I do appreciate Ia Natural Skincare Studio with Eugenia Jones and Jonica Rowland of the Rowland Group for sponsoring the Babe Tom Herman Show. Now, previously, I was discussing the legendary, iconic Pat Summitt, who announced Thursday that she is stepping aside, or rather made it official Thursday. She announced it Wednesday, or reports started coming out Wednesday. A moment the Tennessee Lady Volunteers women's basketball team have been dreading since August. And we all know that in August of 2011, Pat Summitt revealed she had been diagnosed with early onset dementia, the Alzheimer's type. So this move, like I stated earlier, no surprises this week. This move was anticipated. We were all just waiting on the time that she chose to make it official. Now, what I hated most about this is that when I started seeing reports come out from news wires that she had announced her retirement,